What up, YouTube? It's T-Money. Today, I am going to start something. I'm going to try and start doing this every single week. We're going to be taking a look at the NCAA football week by week and making predictions on some of the bigger games. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the smaller games. I see Central Connecticut's taking on Ball State this weekend. I'm not going to make a prediction on that. I'm just going to mention about it. And then, for big games for let's see, we've got Ole Miss, Texas Tech this week. Yeah, those are the games I'll talk about more. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and actually look over the scores from last week before I get into this coming week. Last week, we had 4 games. It was week 0, which is not officially the kickoff of college football, but it's a start. For the games we had was UMass taking on Duxun. UMass defeated them 63-15, which was actually a really good game. Prairie View at Rice. Rice defeats Prairie View 31-28. Okay, the winning team's always on the left. Next up, we had the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors taking on the Colorado State Rams. Hawaii beats Colorado State 43-34. And then Wyoming and New Mexico State, a Mountain West matchup right away, right out of the gate. Who is going to take the win? There's no suspense behind it. Wyoming took that game 29-7. So now, week 1 is this Saturday. Actually, it's tomorrow. Week 1 starts tomorrow, August 30th, 2018. First matchup of the night, we have UCF taking on the University of Connecticut, UConn. Now, UCF... Didn't they? Yeah, they beat Memphis to win their conference, and it's going to be at UConn. So, I'm predicting UCF, the champion of the American Athletic, the AAC, to take UConn, to go into UConn and take the win. That's my prediction. New Mexico State, second week in a row, second week. No, they don't get the week off. They are going to be playing them again. New Mexico State is at Minnesota, a Big Ten matchup, and I'm going to take Minnesota in that one. I think because New Mexico State didn't even show up to play in their first game, so I'm taking Minnesota in that one. Central Connecticut at Ball State. I'm not gonna make these. A couple of these I won't just make a prediction. I'll just mention the game. Kennesaw State at Georgia State. Southeastern Louisiana taking on Louisiana Monroe. Northwestern at Purdue. A Big Ten conference battle there. I'm gonna go with Northwestern on that one. Purdue is still building up for a couple seasons down the road, but I don't think they're gonna have the capability to. I don't think they're gonna have the capability to beat Northwestern yet. Give them a couple years. I think they've got something coming on. Wake Forest and the Tulane Green Wave. I'm gonna pick Wake Forest on that one. Just Wake Forest. Savannah State at UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. I'm not going to make a prediction on that one. Missouri State and Oklahoma State. Now, you talk like Iowa State taking on UNI. This is exactly what that is. Oklahoma State taking on Missouri State. Oklahoma State should take that win pretty easily. But don't count out Missouri State. Missouri State's a really good football team. Utah taking on Webster State. Texas A&M versus Northwestern State. I'm going to go with the Aggies on that one big time. San Jose State taking on UC Davis. Yeah, no prediction from me on that one. Getting into the Friday games. My birthday is this Friday. I'll make a video on that one. Hanging out with my girlfriend all day. Probably. We've got Syracuse at Western Michigan. I'm going to go with the orange on that one. Monmouth. I pronounced that college so wrong. If you know how to do the pronunciation of that college, please put that in the link. Please put that in the comments down below. I have no idea how to pronounce that college. Taking on Eastern Michigan. I haven't watched much of those two teams. I watch a lot of college football, especially when it's Iowa State. And like just whenever game's on, I'll watch it. But I don't know. That one's a tough challenge on that one. Number 11, Michigan State versus Utah State. I'm pulling an upset on this one. Utah State almost beat Boise State, who Boise State ended up going on to beat Oregon in their bowl. I think they beat Oregon. I don't know. But I'm going with the upset. I'm taking Utah State in that one. Oh, excuse me. Army at Duke. I'm going with the boys. I'm going with the firearms. I'm going with the Black Knights on that one. Number 4, Wisconsin. So taking on Western Kentucky. I gotta go with Wisconsin on that one. I got family up there. Number 13, Stanford taking on San Diego State. No prediction on that one. I'm not gonna make a prediction. Nevada taking on Portland State. Hey, I can't predict that one because Nevada's really good, but Portland State is a college that I've never heard of. They don't even have a thing I can click on, so they're not even a college that's even in the ESPN database, which is not surprising at all. The Battle of Colorado. Colorado and Colorado State at State this year. I'm gonna go with the Bison, I believe is what they're called, or the Buffalo, the Colorado Buffalo, I believe. I don't remember. I'm going with Colorado on that one, not State, regular. And now we're on to Saturday, and I'm only gonna do ranked teams, and the first 4 games on Saturday is actually ranked games. So we have Ohio State taking on Oregon State. Ohio State ranked 5th in the nation. I'm gonna go with the Buckeyes on that one. Oklahoma taking on Florida Atlantic. It's Florida Atlantic. Come on. Oklahoma's got that game easily. TCU at Southern. Now TCU lost their quarterback during the offseason because he got drafted, I think. I didn't pay that much attention to the NFL offseason. But yeah, I'm going with TCU on that one. Texas taking on Maryland, and Texas is the team that's ranked. This game is always a shocker. Last season, I believe Maryland was ranked, and then Texas beat them. I'm going the opposite. Maryland's not the ranked team. They're going to beat Texas this year. Looking through, we got some other big games like Texas Tech taking on Ole Miss. That's a good game. Keep an eye out on that one on ESPN. Clemson taking on Furman. Clemson, number 2 in the nation. They should be number 1. Alabama's, yay, Alabama number 1. Yeah, that's my reaction. I hate Alabama. Sorry to Alabama fans, but I cannot stand that college. I'm picking Clemson on that one. In the game. So here we go. We got a couple more here. We've got number 3 Georgia taking on Austin Peay. That's not a question. Moving on. That's Georgia all the way. A top 10 matchup to start the season. You have number 6 Washington versus Auburn, and I believe that is a neutral site matchup at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Auburn is going to be considered the home team since Washington is from Washington State, so but if I had to make a prediction on this one, I'm going to say Auburn takes it. They pull off the upset and move up in the AP poll right away, right off the bat. I'm picking them. Penn State and Appalachian State. Appalachian State 2007 pulled off a massive upset over Michigan. I don't. That's not what's going to happen this year. I'm picking Penn State over that one. But Appalachian State apparently likes to be matched up with the Big Ten teams at the start of the season. If you haven't noticed that. West Virginia versus Tennessee. And that is also a neutral site. Bank of America Stadium. I'm going to go with West Virginia in that one. That's a neutral zone site. Tennessee and West Virginia, good matchup there. Check it out. It's going to be on CBS this year. Pittsburgh, okay, moving down. We have Iowa taking on Northern Illinois now. Iowa's not, none of these teams are ranked. I'm only doing Iowa because I live in the state of Iowa, so I got to kind of support them a little bit, even though I'm not a state fan. I'm going with Iowa. I'm actually going to go with Iowa in that one. They've beat Northern Illinois before, but don't count Northern Illinois out. They almost pulled off the upset a few years ago. I remember that game. Moving down the list, USC taking on UNLV. I'm picking the Trojans in that one. Las Vegas doesn't have anything going for them yet. Moving down, man, there's a lot of good games this year. A lot of good games. Not really. Here we go. Here's another good one. Number 14, Michigan at number 12, Notre Dame. That's going to be on NBC. I'm going to go with Michigan on this one. Michigan has had Notre Dame's number the past couple of games that they've played, if I'm right. So yeah, I think Michigan's going to pull off the upset on that one. That'd be a pretty good game. Iowa State taking on South Dakota State. I got to go with my Cyclones. It's a 7 o'clock game too. Holy shite. And I'll be at work. Whoops. Didn't know about that. But I do have next week off, so Iowa State, be ready. Who else? We have Navy at Hawaii. That would be a good matchup. I'm gonna pick. It's at Aloha Stadium in Honolulu. Any team that goes to play in Hawaii is gonna have a little vacation to that. And I'm going with Hawaii in that one as well. Moving on. One matchup on Sunday. We have... I gotta move this out of the way because there's another game on Monday. On Sunday, we have number 8 Miami taking on the LSU Tigers, ranked 25th in the nation. I'm gonna go with Miami. I don't... Actually, wait... It's at AT&T Stadium, so it's a neutral zone site. I'm going to go with LSU on that one, actually. I think Miami is starting to falter a little bit. Actually, no. They didn't falter at all last year. They pulled off some massive upsets over the last season. I forgot. I'll go with Miami on that one, actually. And the last game of this week, Virginia Tech at Florida State, number 20 at number 19. And it's at Florida State. Virginia Tech... There's that one game that Virginia Tech had that I would really like for the college football world to do again. And that was when they held a game at Bristol Motor Speedway. That was awesome. I wish they did that again. But if I had to make a prediction, it's number 19 versus number 20. It's an even matchup. But I'm leaning slightly to the right, and I'm going with the Seminoles. Virginia Tech has got the firepower. They could beat them, but Florida State, yeah. Going back through, any good games I missed? Florida, yeah, they're taking on Charles and Southern, not really. SMU, North Texas, that would be a good one. Alabama, Louisville. Ooh. versus Louisville. Where is that at? It's in Orlando. Oh, no. Bye, Bama. I'm going Louisville on that one. Not because I don't like Alabama. Louisville's really good at football. But yeah, that is going to do it for week 1. Again, there's only some matchups. I know no YouTuber out there that is going to go through all of them. Just mention them all off. And then he's going to go back through and then excuse me. I'm going to go back through on Thursday and then make predictions on them because Thursday is when the week kicks off. Well, that's going to do it for me. I got stuff I got to get done. Sorry I've been MIA the past couple of weeks. I've just been settling into a new apartment that I'm back with my mom. I'm actually going to hopefully getting my own apartment with my girlfriend here in the next couple of weeks. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what your favorite, all the games that I mentioned and who you think is going to win. And also share the video. That helps me out as well. And I'll be doing this every single week. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.